Hello and welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining us today. Today we are going to make banana bread. I guarantee this will be the last banana bread recipe you will ever try. This is so good. I have tried numerous banana bread recipes and this is the one that I have landed on. So easy to make. So before we get too far ahead, we'll go ahead and get into it. The recipe is linked below. And you do want to start off with 1 cup of flour. The recipe does call for 1 3/4 cup flour. You're just going to start with 1 cup to start with. It's very important. The other 3/4 you'll be adding in later. All right, next we will have 2/3 cup sugar that we will be adding to our bowl. I am doing a voiceover today because I had my toddler and my 8-month-old, so it's kind of noisy. I couldn't quite film and talk at the same time. Tried to keep them distracted, but it didn't work very well. You'll see my toddler's hands later on in the video. She likes to help me cook in the kitchen. All right, next we will have 2 teaspoons baking powder. I use the Argo brand. It's just something that I picked up. Any baking powder will do. I'll go ahead and put that in your bowl. All right, next we'll be adding 1½ teaspoon of baking soda. All right, next we have 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'm realizing as I'm editing this video that I should have had all these ingredients prepared beforehand, but that is okay. If you are not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and do that. That would mean a lot. If you are watching, thank you for rejoining me. I have not been here for a while. There's been a lot going on in life. Starting new adventures. Next we do 2 tablespoons of milk. This is also taking a lot longer because I'm trying to find something for my daughter to do. She wants to help so bad and I'm just trying to keep it moving. Turns out to be a hour-long video and I don't think anybody wants that. All right, next we have 1 cup mashed banana. I always do 3 just because I like the taste. I never measure exactly to a cup. I just grab 3 bananas, but make sure they're ripe. So my daughter is gonna help me mash these, so I'm trying to get her ready to do that. Give her something to do to stop, to appease her for a little bit. But yeah. I'll go ahead and speed it up a little bit for you. Now we just use a potato masher for mashing the bananas. I have also used a fork as well. Anything will do just to get them all mashed up good. All right, I am cracking my 2 eggs here. Although we do not need them at this point, I do set them aside. I just kind of got out of order a little bit with my ingredients, but again, the recipe is linked below if you are interested in trying this. If you do, please leave a comment and let me know how it turns out. And, you know, if you have a different one that you are partial to, I would love to try that as well. So feel free to share that with me and I'll do a little taste test and see which one I like better. All right, next we're gonna add 1/3 cup of butter to our mixing bowl. All right, we're gonna go ahead and add our mashed bananas right to the bowl. Now this we are going to mix all together. I use the my stand-up mixer. I have also used a handheld mixer and it works just as fine, just as well. All right, I am going to go ahead and speed this up a little bit. Have you enjoy a little bit of music as well, if I can figure out how to add that. Sorry, this is my first time doing this voiceover, so just bear with me on this. All right, we're going to mix this together on low speed. Once this is mixed together, we are going to mix it on high for 2 minutes. So we'll go ahead and check back in with you once that is done, or once time's up. As I am waiting generally for this 2 minutes to be up, I go ahead and prepare the rest of my 2/3 cup flour. We're going to want to add that in once it's done. This is also where you're going to end up adding your eggs, so you want to prepare those as well. But it is important to wait until that 2 minutes is up. It just gives the bread a nice texture. It will be a little bit lumpy due to the butter, and that is okay. It doesn't completely mix together. Alright, when you are adding your flour and your eggs and having that all mixed together, you do want to go ahead and prepare your bread pan. So you do want a greased bread pan. So I go ahead and spray that at this time just to get that ready for my batter. I also, we do add chocolate chips to our banana bread. It is the best. That is also included in the recipe. You can add chocolate chips or nuts or whatever you want, but you do want a 1/4 cup of either one of those. So I go ahead and prepare that as well. And that will be the last step. Just kind of add those in right before you dump it into your pan. Alright, so here we are done. This is our final batter. Again, it will be lumpy. You can kind of see the butter in there. That is absolutely normal. Every time I've made it, it turns out this way. So you want to go ahead and dump that into your bread pan. Alright, we will be putting this into a 350-degree oven for 60 minutes, 55 to 60 minutes. I generally do 55 and it turns out just fine. I'm using the metal loaf pan. I also have a glass one and I have made both of them at the same time. I have found the glass one does not cook properly at the 55 minutes, so I do always have to do that one a bit longer. So I do prefer my metal pan above the glass one. If you are still here watching, I do want to thank you, and I do hope that you take this recipe and go try it yourself, and I hope you enjoy it. It's been a huge hit in our household. These do not last more than a day. Generally we eat them pretty fresh right out of the oven. And here they are out of the oven. Again, I did make 2 this day, one in my glass, one in my metal pan.